Hey, it's David with Anaya, and I'm just going to walk you through the ease of use of managing your deal flow and then point out a couple things that make this product a little unique. And so I'm actually going to start in the prospecting tracker where you can track all of your prospects. And if you start working on a transaction now, say with Thumbprint, you actually take that and just drag it into clients, drop it off there, where you can go to your deal pipeline and create your first deal for that company. And the reason why I say create your first deal is because the way we've built this, you can actually track deal flow at the account level so that if you're representing maybe a company where you do multiple deals, you can filter by your occupier rep clients, look at all the different deals you've done, see all the closed deals, drag these things back and forth as you want to, and just quickly move them to where they need to go. And one of the unique things is, especially for occupier rep, which I'm just starting with, you can actually invite specific brokers to be only on the deal, or there's the brokers who are on the account who see all of the deals. And so these brokers, you can see here, there's a D next to this person's avatar, is only seeing the information for this one specific deal. They don't see any of the other deals. And so you can manage a complex multi-market account. You could even filter down and assign a client point of contact for various deals to say, hey, I report to Christina on the Northeast, Linda on the Southeast, and filter that information down. So that's the tenant rep workflow. If you're doing landlord, sub-landlord, seller rep workflow, it's the same thing, except you're now on the supply side, where you're fielding the inquiries, you're scheduling the showings, negotiating the proposals and leases out, and dragging everything to close. So now when I filter this down, I can say I want to see 195 Broadway's deal flow. I want to see One World Trade Center's deal flow. Really see this how you want. You can actually filter by owner to see all of the deals associated with a single client if you represent multiple buildings for them. And so let's go ahead and close this out. We'll take 195 Broadway. When we create a deal, you just log that information, which will create a new card. That's typically because a broker called you and said, I'm interested in the 5th floor of the building. Is it still available? Once we create that deal as an inquiry, we can move it to showings. It's going to ask us, when's that showing take place? And we could say that showing is going to take place on this date at 10 a.m. That can be flipped directly to your calendar right here. Just go ahead and schedule, create Outlook event. And you can see here, I've already created this before. We've got tour 1 that's already taken place, tour 2 that's already taken place, tour 3. So this unique team of people that I'm managing this account with and we're leasing this asset together can actually see the entire flow. So we can create a deal activity update for our client saying, receiving proposal from client, and we can actually go ahead and also log the actual financial analysis and create that financial analysis in seconds. So we can create an advanced proposal. We'll say this is the landlord's response back. We'll go ahead and say it's a new deal, it's a full service gross deal. That deal is going to commence on this date or whatever the proposal says. And we'll go ahead and move forward. Starting in month 1, there's 10 months free. And the base rent's going to be $40 a foot. The rent escalations might be 2.5% per year. You can stagger free rent, what the rent structure is, in many different ways, depending on what the requirement is. And we're giving out $50 in TI. We can also infill what the recoveries are. We can actually email our client for the recovery information, but you can see here, even without that, this deal breaks even in month 24. There's a net effective rent of $36 a foot. At the deal level, the IRR is 72%, and the NPV is going to be X. The total NOI is this. The total concessions are going to be this. So just instant analysis of the transaction so that when it's time to issue our report to our client, I can just close this out. I can go back to 195 Broadway, click the deal, go to the account as opposed to just the deal, generate a leasing report. And you'll see here some things that are just very broker sensitive. We could hide who the tenant rep brokers are. This is going to be particularly valuable for sub-landlord rep, or maybe the client doesn't know not to reach out to them. But we also display that all comments come from the leasing team as opposed to the individual. You can unselect that if you'd like. You can see how many comments you want to see. But we'll just go ahead and download this report. And we've really tried to build a best-in-class leasing report for your clients. We've heard tons of feedback of clients that love this. this Anaya logo is not in your product. This would be a CB logo or a JLL logo or whatever company you're at, automatically captured. Here's the tours and inquiries over time. Here's the industry analysis of companies coming through the building. This is basically the DNA of the building and what your leasing activity is. And then you can see here, we've got 3 leases out. One with Infinity Ventures. Here's the net effective rent. Here's the break-even period. Here's who the brokers are. And we can move all the way down to proposals. We can see this tenant's proposal 1, landlord's proposal 1, and run all the way through to see the entire report, all the way down to dead deals. So hopefully that's helpful. It's the same thing with seller rep and buyer rep, for you to just manage deal flow really easily, partnering the exact same way you want to partner. I realize this video is a little bit longer, but there's a lot more to show. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, david@anaya.co. And I look forward to hearing back from you and hearing your ideas about how we can make everything better. Thanks.